Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all of you. This is Abbasi here. Today we will discuss the remaining portion of the chapter energy changes. That is the we can say that is part 2. Fact number topic is factors affecting rate of reaction. This is one of the very important topic of the chapter energy changes or rate of reaction. So following are the main factors affecting the rate of reaction. Number 1 is concentration, number 2 is the temperature, number 3 is the pressure, number 4 is the surface area, and last one is the catalyst. So now let's look at into detail one by one. Number 1 is concentration, and how we have explained this topic related to the main idea. We have explained in these two headings. Number 1 is the what is the relation with the rate of reaction, what is the relation of concentration rate of reaction, relation with the rate of reaction. Second, then what is the reason, if it is increasing the rate of reaction or if it is decreasing the rate of reaction, then what is the reason. So today we have explained this topic in these two main points, which are the question is coming in the papers in this way. So what is the relation of the concentration with rate of reaction? Higher the concentration of the dissolved reactants, the faster the rate of reaction. Means concentration is directly proportional to the rate of reaction. If there is more concentrated solution, so definitely the rate of reaction will be higher. So this is the relation of the concentration, that concentration is directly proportional to the rate of reaction. Now what is the reason? This is very much important point to understand. How you will explain that if the rate of reaction is increased by increasing the concentration, then how you will explain this term. Now look at here, as at a higher concentration there are more particles in the same amount of space. Second point, you will explain that this means that the particles are more likely to collide because they are in more number. So there are, you can say that more likely they can collide with one another, and therefore more likely to react. If they collide more, then definitely we can say that they will react, and hence the rate of reaction is increased. By explaining these two main points, that how the concentration increases the rate of reaction, as I have mentioned here, that number 1 point, that there will be more number of particles in the concentrated solution, and then second, we can say that they will be more likely to collide because they are more in number, and if they are more likely to collide means they will definitely react, and if there will be chemical reaction, so we can say that the rate of reaction will be increased. So this is the relation and reason related to the topic number 1, that is the concentration. Now look at the diagram. At the lower concentration, particles are less. At the higher concentration, there are more number of particles. Then what will happen? They can collide frequently with one another. If they can collide more collisions will be there, and then we can say that there will be effective collisions when we compare this low concentration and higher concentration. That will lead to the increase in rate of reaction. Now the second important point is that temperature relation with the rate of reaction. The higher the temperature, the faster the rate of reaction. Means we can say that this is also directly proportional to the rate of reaction like concentration. Reason, look at the reason. At higher temperature, particles have more kinetic energy. They can move here and there because we increase the temperature, right? Then this means that they move faster and are more likely to collide with one another particles. Then if they more likely to collide, what will happen? Then they will react, and definitely then they will increase the rate of reaction. So the next point is that when the particles collide, they do so with more energy, and so number of successful collisions will increase. If the number of successful collisions increases, then hence the rate of reaction will also be increased. So this is another point, very important major point related to the increase or decrease in the rate of reaction factor, very important factor for the increase or decrease the rate of reaction, that is the temperature. Now the third one is the pressure. Look at the relation with the temperature, relation with the rate of reaction. When we increase the pressure of gases reactants results in the increase in the rate of reaction. This is also directly proportional to the rate of reaction. If we increase the pressure on the gas reactants, what will happen? They will increase the rate of reaction. How? Look at the reason. As the pressure is increased, the space in which the gas particles are moving becomes smaller, or we can say volume of the gases is decreased. When the volume is decreased, you can say that they can come closer to one another, and when they can come closer to one another, then you can say that there are more chances for their effective collisions, and hence the rate of reaction is increased. So the gas particles become closer to one another, increasing the frequency of the collisions. Then that is the reason the speed of reaction is increased. In this way, you people have to explain the topic, explain the question, answer the question in your paper. These are the to the point answer. This is the requirement of the examiner. Now look at this one. This is at low pressure, higher volume, right? But look at this one, at higher pressure there is less volume between the gas particles, then they can collide more, effective collisions will be there, and then hence the rate of reaction will be increased. Now the next point is surface area, which is also very important, relation with the rate of reaction. If we increase the surface area and decrease the size of the solid particles, then rate of reaction will also be increased. So this is also directly proportional to the rate of reaction. Reason very important. If there is an increased surface area of the reactant particles to collide with results in small size of the solid particles, this means that more collisions and greater chance of the reaction. If there is as in the class I have given the example of the large meat piece, and when you cook it, it will take a lot of time, but when you cut it into smaller pieces, then what will happen? It will take less time and the reaction will be fast reaction. So the what we are doing in that case, we are increasing the surface area and decreasing the size of the particles. So this means that more collisions and greater chance of the reaction. There will be more they will be more in contact of the small particles with heat during cooking, as I have given you the example. Hence the rate of reaction is increased. In this way you can answer. This is related to the surface area. Look at the diagram. This is low surface area, and when you break down in these two pieces and then into the four other smaller pieces, the surface area will be increased, size will be decreased, and the speed of the reaction will be increased. Now the last but not least is the catalyst. Relation with the rate of reaction, and then main reason or points. Catalysts are the chemical substances that change the rate of the reaction without being used in the chemical reaction. They will not chemically used in the chemical reaction. This is very important concept, but they will start up the chemical reaction and speed up the rate of reaction. Then the key idea is that catalysts never produce more product. The amount of product will remain same, but they will just produce the same amount of the product more quickly. This is the main function of the catalyst. Now look at this one. This is the diagram. reactants are reacting and converting into product, right? So this is the activation, EA is the activation energy without catalyst, and this is the activation energy with catalyst. This is the diagram. This is with catalyst. If you have added the catalyst, look at here, the reaction, it will take less time and completed with less time. And look at this one, it is without catalyst, so it will take a lot of time and the activation energy is high. And second very important point is that how the catalyst speed up the rate of reaction by decreasing the activation energy. Look at here, it's without catalyst, so activation energy is higher, but it is with catalyst, look at here, then it will decrease the activation energy and the rate of reaction will be increased. This is the main concept of the catalyst, how it is decreasing the activation energy and how it is increasing the speed of reaction. So different catalysts work in different ways, but most lower the reaction's activation energy. They will decrease the activation energy, they will give the alternate paths for the reaction. So these are the this is the last point, last topic related to the factor affecting rate of reaction. So there were some factors which we have discussed in this today's lesson. Number one was the concentration, second was the temperature, and then pressure, and then surface area, and last was the catalyst. I hope you understood this very important topic of the chapter speed of reaction. There are lots of questions which are coming in your CAI exam from this topic, so I hope you understood this topic. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.